Come with me to work as a full-stack developer in Amsterdam. But first, I actually need to get there because I live in Haarlem, a nearby city next to Amsterdam. The commute here is not that bad because public transport is pretty good. So first I take a bus to the Haarlem station and then I take a train all the way to Amsterdam Central. This week we had an event called Sail where 10,000 ships came from all over the world all the way to Amsterdam. The city therefore is super full and busy, and my office is very close to the red light district, so extra busy. Of course, first things first, I have to start my morning with a coffee, and a banana is all I'm gonna have for breakfast because usually lunch is super early. And then I have to make my desk much lower because everybody at work is Dutch and it means they're super tall. And then I do the very vague thing that most programmers do, code. Even though nowadays with all the AI, it's mostly prompting. And then at 12 it's time for lunch, a very Dutch lunch. It was a bit of a culture shock when I started working here. There's no warm food. Everything is, the typical Dutch food, although these krentenbollen are delicious. And then we have a bunch of cold salads. They are pretty nice, not gonna lie. It's just I miss the warm food that I usually get in Romania or other countries. One of my favorite things is usually that after lunch we go for a walk, and it's so beautiful in Amsterdam. But today we went to see some of the boats for sale, and it was extremely busy already, even on a weekday. I'm going to go on Saturday as well to check it out properly, and I'm gonna have another vlog, so stay tuned. And then we went to get a nice bubble tea, and while we were waiting for the bubble tea, they had this really nice matcha cake that you can try. And then we continued our walk through the red light district, which is actually super nice. It has a lot of nice cafes and restaurants. And then we saw the police and an ambulance coming by. And it turns out there was a stabbing in a nearby coffee shop. I guess this is just the hustle and bustle of Amsterdam. And after lunch, I basically forgot to film, but I continued coding until around 5:30 p.m. and then I went home. And that's about it. That was my day.